Joining us now is former CIA Director John Brennan. So your reaction on what we've seen so far from the Senate with RFK Jr. today, opponents sort of dropping by the wayside. Now we have a critical vote in favor of her from another person that we thought might have been against her. What do you think about Tulsi Gabbard becoming the next DNI?
Well, first of all, Andrea, it's wonderful to be with you. And I just want to say thank you for your many years of hard work, helping to shed light on an increasingly complicated and dangerous world. You've been doing a terrific job. Well, clearly, over the past several weeks, Tulsi Gabbard has been subjected to a number of questions during her confirmation hearing, as well as just scrutiny about her past record and statements. And I think those were all very legitimate lines of inquiry. And so now it's a question of whether or not the Senate is going to fulfill its obligations under the advice and consent responsibilities that it has. And so my interest is whoever is confirmed as Director of National Intelligence is going to fulfill that job with the integrity that the job requires, because our country's national security really depends heavily on the person, the Director of National Intelligence, whose responsibility it is to lead the 18 intelligence agencies and the men and women around the globe 24/7 who dedicate their lives to keeping this country safe.
The agency, the FBI, that is now so much under fire, contrary to what Kash Patel and Pam Bondi said at their confirmation hearings, but you've got potentially thousands of FBI agents who had even minimal contact with January 6th prosecutions, maybe serving a subpoena. They are now actually trying to go to court. They filed suit against the department, trying to block the release of the names of people who handled these cases to try to protect them from retaliation and from danger. What does this say about the rule of law right now?
Well, I think it's had a traumatic effect on the FBI in terms of trying to find out who might have been working on any of these cases. And as we know, FBI agents don't get to choose and select which cases they want to work on. They get selected and assigned to these cases. And, they have done such heroic work trying to ensure that this country stays strong, goes after various terrorist organizations, foreign adversaries, and others. And to politicize this process and this bureau, I think really is quite disturbing. And I know a lot of these individuals, yes, they're concerned about their own personal situation and whether or not they're going to be fired and what does it mean for their personal lives. But they also are very worried about the rule of law and the cases that they've been working on and the disruption that this is going to cause to these cases. So we are in a very precarious moment here, I think, in our history. And I think the Bureau, the FBI, which is one of the real pillars that has been able to keep this country safe and strong over the years, I think is being subjected to unprecedented challenges right now. And
talking also about Gabbard, she's going to be, if she's confirmed, DNI. The CIA has the man and woman power, have the troops to operate in the field. They've got the analysts. The DNI coordinates, but does handle the final edit on the presidential daily brief that is produced by CIA, and the briefer gets appointed. So she's a lot to say about what information actually gets to the President of the United States. What are the risks there?
I think there's significant risk because this President's Daily Brief, the PDB, which goes to the White House and goes to 2 or 3 dozen senior officials, it provides the insights, the intelligence, the analysis that is necessary to understand exactly what is happening around the globe. And if you don't ensure that the PDB is going to contain the best information, the most accurate, the most honest information, irrespective of what the policy druthers might be of the White House, you're really doing a disservice to the American people. So again, I know that the men and women throughout the intelligence community and at CIA just want to make sure that they're able to do their jobs, again, with the integrity that I think has been the hallmark of their profession over the last, 75 years.